Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is the Papa Joe Show, where Papa Joe knows I am your host, Papa Joe, and I really do appreciate you all being here today. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor and subscribe. I would love it if you all did. It does help the channel grow, and I sure do appreciate it. And as you get towards the end of the show and you kind of think, I really like this stuff, I really want to see more of it, obviously check out the rest of the videos here, but I do have a Patreon as well. That's scrolling on the bottom of the screen, and it is listed in the description of the video as well. All that fun stuff being said, today we are going to have a squirrely day. Yes, I am all over the place with work. I'm all over the place with this stuff today, just in general. Maybe I haven't had enough coffee, but who knows, right? Huh. Maybe we'll get caffeinated enough to get through and have some fun with it. So yeah, we're going to take a look at Gary Gensler. We're going to take a look at some stuff taking place in South Korea and some stuff going on in general from an adoption standpoint. But we are going to also have some fun, my personal opinion, on around where things are headed here in the near term. I don't really usually do near-term stuff, but I am curious, as much as I'm sure everybody else is, where things are going to be. But yeah, squirrely fun afternoon here. So yeah, thanks for being part of the show. You guys are fantastic. I do love it. Do me a favor, share out the link while it's live and get some folks in here and then jump in the live chat. If you are watching live, do me a favor and at least say hi. As always, I do really appreciate that very, very, very much. So let's jump into what we got here today. I just pushed a button. Sorry. We have obviously seen the crypto, specifically Bitcoin, been slammed down over the past couple of days. Not the weeks. Let's go to the days. And it has again been pushed down as it tried to gently rise back up into the 25,000 range. So a lot of people are going, what in the world is going on with that? What in the world is going on? Why is it slammed down? Why is it down? I mean, look at you got the S&P 500. I'm sorry, you got the Dow, you got the NASDAQ, the S&P 500. They're all gapping down, which is also interesting. And then you got gold and silver. Should not be down, but they are. Divi is definitely on sale. I would highly recommend checking that one out. Just not financial advice at all. And then you have this interesting tick down now with Ethereum. It's going to be very interesting coming up here soon. Matic is down, all that fun stuff. Axie's down. Everything's down, folks. And that's okay, right? Even the mortgage rates are trying to come back down. I don't know, but I just seriously still don't know about that one. My 2 cents, my take on why this is doing these things, just throwing this out there. Why we are testing 21,000, why we almost tested 20,000 yesterday. I mean, what was it? It came down, in the 20s. Why did that happen? I personally think it's because you've got Coinbase and some of these other exchanges. They're working on setting up all the plumbing for BlackRock to touch the markets. And when BlackRock touches the markets, you're going to see a rise like nothing we've ever seen before, primarily because there is no liquidity. Coinbase has very little liquidity. All right. Same with all these other exchanges. They don't have the ability for someone like a BlackRock to come in and buy that amount of Bitcoin. They just don't. It's going to be very interesting. In my opinion, this is why everything's been pushed down. Everyone's selling down. I kind of think this is why, it's my personal opinion, give them a good entry point. You know what I mean? Just a good entry point. Being a good old boy, knocking it down, whatever. Those of us who have been in this for a long time don't care. I'm not going to care. If you're getting into it right now, you need to realize your goal needs to be to hold on to it for a while. This is not something you're going to, I mean, if it doubles or triples or whatever you get, great. And you want to take it out, fine. That's up to you. Do what you want. My personal opinion is this stuff's going to be life-changing, generational type of wealth that will be transferred down into the next several generations. The reason I think that is because of the blockchain technology that's underneath it. I've made that very clear in here. It's going to be very, very, very interesting when we see this stuff. There will be applications that are being built for payments and processing and all that fun stuff. There's stuff that's going on that I know about that, hang on. My microphone's being dumb. Can y'all hear me? I think you can hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it looks like it's live now. Y'all throw a 5 out there for me. I'd appreciate it. But anyways, yeah, my 2 cents. My take is this recent attempt to run. It was a nice, normal, gentle run, and this last little slam down here is, from my perspective, just letting the big boys get a good entry point from their perspective, whatever the heck that means. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm curious just as much as all of you are, but let's see what's going to happen here. Bitcoin to lose $21,000, which it did dip below that, despite miners' capitulation exit. Yeah, maybe a little bit. 5 things to know in Bitcoin this week. We're not going to touch on all of those, but I do want to look here. Miners are a glimmer of hope in a barren Bitcoin landscape. As week ahead of the key Federal Reserve event in Jackson Hole. By the way, Jackson Hole, yeah, they have a symposium or whatever they call it, a financial symposium in Jackson Hole. My wife and I went there for our 10-year anniversary, and it is amazingly beautiful. There's a reason why the bankers all go there to have their meetings right now. Okay, this is the beginning of September. There's still no snow on the ground. It's just starting to cool off, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's a great place to get food, stuff like that, but that's just Jackson Hole, the little tiny little, no. The surrounding areas, it's incredible. Jackson, Wyoming is incredible. I'm wondering how they're going to get in there, though, because they closed the airport down for maintenance, like to redo the runway. There's only one airport in there. Anyways, maybe they'll fly in with a helicopter. Who knows? I mean, these people have money like no one else. Anyhow, Bitcoin starts a week fresh from a new multi-week low amid a return of highly nervous sentiment. After dipping below 21,000 over the weekend, the large cryptocurrency is consolidating around 10% lower than a week ago. And the fear across crypto markets is clearly visible. Yeah. Wait, who wrote this one again? Oh, yeah, the pessimist. The pessimist. Why is he such a pessimist? Anyways, as some call for new lows and others warn of difficult few months ahead, there is plenty for bulls to contend with on being both long and short time frames. The United States Federal Reserve's annual Jackson Hole Symposium is due this week, while September is already due to form something of a showdown when it comes to inflation-associated macro price triggers. That could mean fresh volatility across risk assets, both during and prior, something weary investors are no doubt welcome after, or will no doubt welcome, or not welcome, speak, PAPAJO, after last week's escapade on Bitcoin USD. Yep. So, yeah, we are going to see an interesting next couple of weeks. All right. I don't know why this guy seems to think that this is such a big deal. It hasn't touched anything in crypto in the past. But I'll read this little part here. The United States Federal Reserve, once again, is in the driving seat this week when it comes to potential macro price triggers for risk assets. Fresh from last week's federal FOMC meeting, Fed officials, together with banking figures from around the world, will meet for the annual Jackson Hole Symposium, August 25th, 27th. Wait a minute, that's this week. Like that's that's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. They're gonna be there. Crazy stuff. All in one place, huh? All in one place. Excuse me. So this is going to be very, very interesting as the Federal Reserve tries to continue to curb its interest rates, or raise interest rates and cause more problems in the markets. I am dealing with some allergies this morning. I apologize. It does not. It does not seem to be wanting to do anything. I opened up some other tab, and it's not there. But it had to do with Dr. Death, Dr. Fauci. I know he's retiring in September. I'm sorry, not September, December this year. I wonder why. Maybe that's something I can get open running for my Patreon, which, by the way, show notes. I have a meeting this afternoon, literally during the prep time for my show. And it's supposed to be over right as I start the show. So one or two things are going to happen. Either I'm not going to be able to do a show this afternoon for the Patreon, or it's going to be a little bit squirrely as well because I have not had time to sit here and prepare for things. So y'all bear with me on the Patreon this afternoon. I will keep you posted on that. So, but anyways, Gary Gensler. Gross SEC overreach. The targeting of cryptocurrency reveals Gensler's intentions to extend the power of the SEC. And of course, this stupid thing is going to talk, even though I muted it. Like everywhere. Stupid thing. All right. Supreme Court may have recently struck down overreach by the Environmental Protection Agency, or the EPA, which I'm so grateful for, because I would love to delete my diesel. That would be fun. Actually, pretty sure I could do that now without any ramifications of doing it. Although I still have to figure out how to deal with the factory warranty stuff. Anyways, squirrel. Anyhow, yeah. But the Securities and Exchange Commission Chairman Gary Gensler remains undeterred to in expanding the agency's power beyond its constitutional boundaries. For proof, you need no better example than his all-out assault on cryptocurrency space. Yep. It doesn't take a constitutional law expert to understand that the SEC has limited jurisdiction over the crypto industry, very limited, to the point to where if it's not a U.S. dollar, they have no jurisdiction at all. If it's not I don't know. You guys get it? They have no jurisdiction and they know it. But they're still trying. Just like the IRS tries to tell you you have to pay taxes. Not tax advice, financial advice, or legal advice, but you'll do your own research and you'll figure that on your own. There's no law that says you have to. Anyways, let's see here. Anyhow, he is jurisdiction over the crypto industry. Barring congressional action, frontline regulation of digital assets belongs to the Commodity Future, or the CFTC. Yeah, the main regulator of investments that are not deemed traditional securities, like all cryptocurrencies. Yet Gensler, President Biden's pick to run an agency intended to focus on stock scammers, ripping off the unsuspecting, has dived headfirst into the crypto, like Elton Ness going after AI or Al Capone. Very much so. He really kind of has started been acting like that. If successful, almost 80 years of U.S. securities laws will be upended within Gensler's first 2 years as chair. The Securities Act of 1933. Oh, that's interesting. Perfect timing. If you know anything about 1933, you would know. But I'm kind of, anyhow. Squirrel, I told you it's a squirrely day. Just bear with me. We're going to get through it. We're going to have fun. Hopefully it's squirrely enough for you. Anyhow, list the types of securities regulated by the SEC, including investment contracts. In 1946, the Supreme Court decided that landmark Howey test, providing a 4-part test determining what constitutes an investment contract. 76 years later, Gensler seeks to turn the test on its head with his promises to regulate digital assets in a more intrusive manner than even his trigger-happy predecessor, Jay Clayton. More on that in a moment. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I don't know if I want to go that far. Anyhow, Howey involved the offer and sale of orange gloves in a Florida resort owned and operated by the W.J. Howie Company, where hotel guests invested in harvesting oranges. The company pitched to its guests that it would do all the necessary work involving in growing and selling oranges. Aside from signing the land purchases and service contracts, the investors did nothing except collect money. The Supreme Court found this business scheme constituted an investment contract and set out to so-called Howey test, establish the standard for decades. According to the Howey test, an investment contract occurs when a person, one, invests money, two, in a common enterprise, which Bitcoin isn't an enterprise, it is a currency, it is a commodity, it is property, it is cash. So there's fail one. Three, where was I? Yeah, three, and is led to expect profits. Well, yeah, you could be led to expect profits, but this is just any kind of, just like the stock market, you invest hoping to make a profit. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you do. It's up to you. Anyhow, four, solely from the efforts of the promoter or a third party. So, cryptocurrency, for the most part, that is currencies, Bitcoin, Litecoin, things like that. Yeah, those are not being promoted like that. Not like I'm selling you something. If you buy this, you get this kind of return. No, this is play at your own risk, swim at your own risk. This is an asset. This can be used for X, Y, and Z. Do what you want. Completely, all across the board. And the thing is that all four prongs must be met in order for it to actually be a security or a problematic security. So, since Howie, Congress has failed to pass any new legislation that would directly involve the regulation of crypto because they can't. It's outside of their jurisdiction because it is internet money built by people on the internet globally around the world, and there is no jurisdiction over it. There can't be. This should mean that, well, they'll try. This should mean that it's Congress's intent that crypto's de facto regulator is the CFTC, which has chosen a lighter touch because it fears stifling the emerging technology that blockchain and other digital assets represent. Boom. This is huge. The reason that is a big deal, the reason why CFTC doesn't want to stifle the technological advances is because projects like Divi, projects like Polygon, projects like some of the gaming stuff. These are actual things people can go and make money with. They're technological advancements. You could go have a job working full-time playing a game and make money. There are people who do it. There's one guy that was really big into the Pokemon stuff I was reading about. Now he does stuff with Axie Infinity. It's basically the same thing where they're breeding the thingamadoodles and they're making all these different cool things. And then they do the little battles and stuff. It's very similar. Look, the dude's making several $100,000 a year playing a game. Okay? It's a technological advancement. Blockchain technology will solve so many things, and it is. It's very, very crazy. Yet Gensler has used his perceived lack of clarity to... wait, where was I? I missed this here. Yet Gensler has used this perceived lack of clarity to unleash a campaign of regulation by enforcement, which is not how this works. Stretching Howie beyond recognition. When Gensler looks at crypto, he not only sees an opportunity to regulate how the land and service contracts were sold, but an opportunity to regulate the oranges. Yeah, as a legal theory, it should frighten everyone well beyond the crypto space, and it should. It really, really, really should. Okay. There have been some crazy stuff. I'm not necessarily against regulation. I'm against that type of regulation. I'm against that entirely. I think there should be some sort of check and balance. Kind of like when a company wants to list itself on the stock market and become tradable. There are checks and balances and different types of things that they have to prove about who they are, what they're doing, how they're doing it before they're allowed to even be listed. Something like that makes sense. More like a gatekeeper type of thing. So like some of these rug pulls that are out there trying to steal people's money, whatever. Maybe this should be more of like a coin market cap type thing or a Coinbase thing or something that the exchanges, the central exchanges, do some due diligence before listing something on their exchange. Maybe that could be a regulation. I don't know. But realistically, regulating the technology, the actual, we'll call it business from building what they're building, and it just happens to be a blockchain solution for real world problems, that's not how this works. You don't go after that type of stuff. That's not how this works at all. So we're going to shift gears and be a squirrely bounce again. I am all over the place, people. I'm sorry. But this is not a bad thing. This is a pretty good thing. 7 South Korean brokerages, and where is that coming from? There it is. Sorry. 7 South Korean brokerages plan to start crypto exchanges next year. There's a report. Authorities in the country have trending towards strict oversight since the Terra USD collapse. So there are 7 entities inside of South Korea that want to stand up crypto exchanges. And they're pointing out that they're going to be very, very careful when it comes to the stable coins because of what happened with Terra. 7 large traditional brokerages. Traditional, meaning they are like your Charles Schwab or your E-Trade or whatever, your brokerages. Okay, traditional brokerages. Anyhow, in South Korea have started laying the groundwork for their own cryptocurrency exchanges in the first half of next year. Local newspaper reported on Monday. Talk about adoption. You got BlackRock jumping in. You got all these big name celebrity investors jumping in. You got now an entire nation state saying, hey, we're going to build a appropriate exchange for our customers to get into cryptocurrency inside of whatever they want to. So it'd be like you log into your wealth management portal, and you got your regular stuff, and then you got your crypto stuff. That's kind of what it sounds like they're going to do. The firms have applied for preliminary approval and establishment of corporations to run virtual asset exchanges, the report said. That's a big deal. 7 in South Korea. My opinion, people, this next couple months is going to be massively big for the crypto space. This is but one of many things taking place right now in these types of spaces. And you got to look at Backed CEO. And y'all can't see that, can you? Bitcoin has been put to the extreme test for the past few weeks, as this year's cryptocurrency market crash has raised questions about the volatility of the industry, with investors bearing the brunt of the collapse and the market fear hitting a new high. Fears of worldwide recession and the highest inflation over 4 decades has delivered a heavy blow to the young cryptocurrency market in 2020, spawning a brutal crypto winter, as everyone is calling it, that has driven once soaring companies to shut down and investors into panic selling. It's true. Nearly $2 trillion in market value, billions of dollars in frozen assets, and thousands of jobs have been lost because of the turbulence. But these losses may only be the beginning. Gotta love it. Anyways, this is interesting here. Bitcoin isn't going anywhere, CEO says. Despite the bleak outlook, the chief executive officer of this digital assets management company is optimistic. Gavin Michaels said in an interview in Yahoo Finance on Friday that the cryptocurrencies industry is not going away. In fact, he claims that interest in the field is motivated by the likelihood of a significant resurgence next year. I think that is going to happen way before that, but that's just my personal opinion. Following the recent decline of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, the ICE-founded Backed, which offers a platform for institutional investors to trade Bitcoin and other companies or cryptocurrencies, continues to make gains in digital assets market. The site just announced a partnership with Visa to provide crypto, debit, and credit cards. MasterCard is also an existing partner of Backed. According to Michael, Back's partners, and the majority of which are institutional corporations, continue to exhibit significant interest and enthusiasm. They have been monitoring this area for a very long time. They comprehend the peaks and troughs that we are witnessing. Crazy stuff, huh? All of the negativity, and yet, the big boys are getting into what they're doing. Backed has been around for a while. But Visa, MasterCard having fun with it now? Yeah, all the different things taking place. What does that sound like to you guys and gals? A bunch of FUD to try to get the average everyday Joe, everyday Jade out of the market so they can pick up as much as they possibly can because they know there's no liquidity and you hold it. So what does it mean? If you hold it, don't let it go. Just my personal opinion. Do what you want. I'm telling you, there's going to come a time when there's going to be no liquidity on these exchanges. And a decentralized exchange, there's going to be the only liquidity that will be there was what we put there. Y'all know that you will be in control at that point, right? That wealth transfer will take place, that you will have the amount of wealth and that kind of stuff that will just be it's going to be crazy. All right, guys and gals, I'm going to run through the chat. Looks like you've been having a fun conversation, and I want to say hi to people's. Do appreciate you all being part of the show. If you've gotten this far and you like the content, smash the likes. I know it's a squirrely day, and I do apologize. It's just no time to get ready. Life happens, stuff like that. So I do appreciate y'all's patience, and I have definitely enjoyed running through with it. I probably should need some more coffee. I definitely feel like I need some more coffee. Oh, man alive. All right, we got Tom. What's up, brother? Appreciate you being part of the show, man. And we got Bitcoin Bull. Haven't seen you a little bit, man. Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday to you, brother. Appreciate you being part of the show. Lithia, what is going on? How are you doing today? Oh, my goodness. We got Busy Mountain in here and here for a squirrely day. Yes, I all over the place. Just am. Today, I just am all over the place. But I had fun, right? I had fun. Hope you guys have had fun. Who else we got here today? We got Fatty's Bar. What's up? How you doing today? I love it for sure. Oh yeah, you just reminded me. So I want to say I'll put it out again at the beginning of the show, starting tomorrow and whatnot. But starting Friday through next week, I will be out on some vacation. So I will not have another show until the 6th. I may do a run of something. I will queue up some things, but I'm just letting y'all know I will be not around for live regular shows starting Friday. Yeah, so I'm going to chill out. I'm going to spend some family time and just kind of try to recharge. So anyways, I'm back into it here for, let's see who else we got in here. Looks like y'all are having we got Bitcoin Trini man. What's up, brother? I appreciate you being here, dude. Hopefully you've been doing well in your wonderful family. Missing everybody, I really do. I'm getting tired of all their headlines. Yes, their headlines are not fun. Their headlines are stupid. They're really crooks. Very frustrating to deal with. Yes, Gensler is another POS. He really is. And the funny thing is he taught blockchain technology at MIT. You would think that he would actually be okay. It's funny. He's not talking about Bitcoin, not talking about Ethereum, he's not talking about Litecoin, he's not talking about Dogecoin. No, he's talking about all the other the stable coins. Why? Why? This mountain, that is a good question. The question is becoming, why should we allow these type of treasonous? It's really, really tiny over there. The treasonous buggers who intentionally enslave humanity to live. It's a good question, my friend. I think we're gonna have some. I think we're gonna have some fun stuff take place here soon. People got to see it. It's gonna go through time. All of us have seen it for years. People got to see it. Who else we got here today? Lithia, short drop. Yes, I have said that. Short drop and a sudden stop. That's exactly what is coming for those people. Anyways, let's see here. Who else we got? I got Manny in the house. What's up, brother? Thanks for being part of the show today. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. I love it that y'all have a great day and have this all fun stuff. It's a bit quiet in the office today. Interesting. Busy man. It's a good day for complaining. Y'all are great. I love it. All right, cool. Well, listen. Like I said about the Patreon this afternoon, either it's not going to end up happening, or it's going to end up being late, or it will be a recording. If I have time to record, I will. I'll let y'all know. Somebody threw a meeting on my calendar for work right at that time. So usually that's blocked, and all of my blocks expired. Now I gotta go add those again. So, anyways, someone grabbed it, and yeah. So today for Patreon, it'll either be recording late or I will not be able to do it. But I'll let y'all know one way or the other right now. So, anyways, y'all have a beautiful, wonderful day, and yeah, see you all here shortly. Take it easy. Be blessed.